Yes, sir. Now, for anybody, I know how everybody do. They like to give a little grand scheme, but this right here at this part, before we even open up, we gonna let this man introduce himself first, give you a correct pronunciation, and let you know what to call him. You know what I'm saying? In his own words. Tell you who he is, my brother.
Well, who I am, y'all know me as Script Flare Woo, from the Brew Professionals. But, I'm Abinadab, man, brother of Daoud, keeper of the Ark of the Covenant, you feel me? Father of vows, you know what I mean? That's me, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Okay, so we welcome Script Flare Woo to the Brew Report. Fact. We thank y'all for actually subscribing and already subscribing. You ain't even clicked it yet, but please do click it.
All the steam to you.
Yeah, subscribe to it, man. Well, we here at the Brew Report, just to give everybody an open up. Here at the Brew Report, we report on workers, ones who do a service to the community. You know what I'm saying? In all sects of the Hebrew or the Israelites, no matter if you camping, you know what I'm saying, or outside of that aspect of the servitude. But we here to cover the story and give the inside view of the servants that do the work.
Big facts.
You feel me? So, man, it's a privilege to have this gentleman right here sitting on the seat, you know what I'm saying, to open it up, man, for the first way, man. Hey.
I sure appreciate you, Big Eye.
Man. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Aki.
Man. Sheesh. Where do I start, man? A little bit about myself, man. I'm an urban servant. You know what I mean? I love to serve my people. I love these scriptures, you know what I mean? On the 603 splash on the Didash, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm a family man, you know what I'm saying? I didn't used to be, but, those scriptures taught me how to be a family man. So now I'm a family man. I'm married, you know what I mean? Try to take care of my brothers and my kids and everybody around me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, very noble. Very noble. So, which brings us to the next question. After you tell us a little bit about yourself, you said that it wasn't always, from this perspective that you see now. Right. It was different. So I wanted to ask, what did you do before the truth?
Man, what I did before the truth? Man, I'm from Atlanta, man. It's the scamming capital of the world, baby. So, I was pretty much in the swiping, you know what I'm saying? Swiping and doing that, you know what I mean? Scamming, man, trying to get a little change about them folks, you hear me? I still was a family man, but, I was just on the other side of the tracks, you know what I mean?
So, what I was asking, man, is, what I wanted to ask you was, was, a lot of people do a little scamming on the side. Everybody come in the truth. You know what I'm saying? It be a little part-time, and it's just like in the world.
Right.
You got the fake, the one who was the real, like the dude, but he was in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he pretended to be the one.
With the move.
Yeah, with the move.
Yeah.
With the move. Yeah, fact. So on the totem pole.
Right.
From a brother coming from that aspect, he want to hear, people want to hear from that, because people could be taking it like, man, you was just somebody slam some little something on, and then he just sent you out there.
Oh man. Facts. So on the totem pole, I was at the top, you know what I mean? We talking about a few M's, man. If y'all know what M's is, that's a few million, you know what I mean? I was the big man on set, So, I pretty much was at the top of the food chain when it come to scamming. I won't say too much, but had a few connects overseas. You know what I'm saying? Did a few pickups, you know what I mean? But usually it was big bag stuff. I had a few workers, you know what I mean? A few of my partners or whatever. But on the totem pole, man, big shark, you know what I mean?
See, now that's interesting. See, that's what I was talking about. Like, so to give it up, meaning that, to be at the top of the totem pole, that was a lot of combat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of comeback. So for somebody who sitting up there right now with the big pile, right?
Right.
Head of the table. And he got everything he could possibly want. What's the transition in just saying, man, I'm through with this.
Right.
And I'm gonna pick up something where I have to start all the way from the basics.
Right. So, my transition was kind of crazy because, when I first picked up on the truth, I had got around, some good brothers. And I was still scamming at the time. I had just really jumped back in the game because I had laid off. So, when I got around the brothers, they was just like, I ain't never seen nobody say, not like, not accept no money. So, when the brother was like, he was like, man, I was like, man, you know what, bro? I can get some money, boy, and we can make this thing take off. And the brother was like, nah, I can't use that money. See, that popped my top. Cause I was like, what? Who don't like money? You feel me? So that's like where my transition started. Cause I began to think like, man, maybe money ain't everything. So let me find out like what is. So that's where it really started at. I started to like really search myself like, man, all you is a big bag of money, bro.
Mm.
Like, what you gonna do with your life? What about your family? You know what I'm saying? What if you get locked up and get sent away? So, I really began to rethink myself. Like, yeah, this can't be forever now. Because I'm seeing my people getting locked up and everything.
So to go into the really like just giving it all up, right? And finding this, the friends and everything else that you used to have, you know what I'm saying? See that people looking at that transition, because right now, people like, well, not at the moment, because we all we see what Yahuwah did now.
Facts.
But before that, it had to be, well, them same people were like, but you slow. You
Facts.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
To get through those hurdles.
Oh yeah. Man, I definitely went through that. My people was telling me like, but what's wrong with you? But you don't want to get no money no more? So, once I stopped, my dress wear started going down, I started not really caring about my little haircut, you feel me? So my partner then was like, but what's going on with you, bro? You done lost your mind. So, I'm trying to tell them like, hey man, I done found something. But them folk were just like, bro, you tripping. But you tripping, you don't want the money no more?
Jeez.
Yeah.
So when did you find the truth?
Man, when I really found the truth really, has really been around for a while. My father told me about the truth when I was 15. He was like, hey, hey son, man, I gotta tell you something. So, we sat down and he was like, hey, you an Israelite. So, I'm like, what? He like, you an Israelite, man. Like, we the chosen people of the Most High. But I wasn't really hearing them because I was, of course, trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? But as I went on in life, man, and I began to, first start my little prison stints and stuff like that, I began to read for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I started reading and I'm like, man, this do sound like us. You know what I mean? But I ain't really pick up on the law, like actually applying the law to probably about 6-7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like actually like studying the law, and like probably about 3-4 years ago, I ran into, a brother that was, fire with that thing. You know what I'm saying? And he really broke that thing down to me in like my language. You feel me? Because I had seen a lot of people out here doing it. But it was like, man, they flavor was crazy. And I was like, man, you know what? Bro, I ain't trying to wear no long garment all day and do all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep be me, but just serve.
That's what I'm saying, man, because to see the truth in this manner right here, you know what I'm saying, in the urban,
right,
and representing the culture, the actual culture,
facts,
the set of partners. What we saying, that's why this is the Brew Report, because we report on the set of partners.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? So though they see you like this, you still talking commandments and laws and statutes.
Oh,
yeah, man, it's being that it's been talked down upon so long, that hey, these boy doing and do this, and now when they come back talking about some law, oh man, people don't know how to act.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you can see where the difficulty come in, even on the transition, because you was only trying to clean the inside of your cup.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And once you clean the inside of your cup and started doing right, then came the real obstacle.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody accepting the inside.
Right.
So, which brings me to, the next question I keep.
Okay.
It's what do you do actually?
Like what I do, like right now, man, actually, all esteem to Yahuwah, he made me a owner. You know what I'm saying? I go around with my brothers and we try to feed people this truth. And we do it out of our own pockets. Not only do I do that, I manage some of my brothers and what they do. I got a good ear for the music, you know what I'm saying? So I do a little A&R, you know what I mean? But mostly I'm about serving. I really want to serve my people, so all day, I'm thinking about, hey, how can we get it to give it away? You know what I'm saying? Also, do a lot of other things on the side too that people don't see. You feel me? Like help a lot of our people. You know what I mean? I got 2 kids, so I'm a father. You know what I mean?
Well, man, word through the grapevine, man. We heard you deal and dabble with getting Israel finances together. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little something coming called Urban Serving Financial Services.
Yeah.
So, I deal with that, if my people need a little apartment or something, got a little trouble getting a little car, you know what I'm saying? You can holler at me. You know what I mean?
See, so
get you right on in there.
So this a brother who keeps the wheels rolling. We all gotta have brothers like this. So you see in his servitude, even though he could choose to do the worst with the move, but he choose to do the righteous with the move.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So Most High created a skill.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Gave him a skill, even though it was something learned in the world which he was trying to survive with. It actually gave him a little knowledge to help Israel up out of their burdens.
Right.
Provide some leverage on that level. See, it's somebody people need to get in contact with. See, before the Brew Report though, nobody want to report on brothers like this because they would say, "Hey, he a slum.
Right.
He don't know nothing. He just ha ha." You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't know without that to open up, to give you something to open up about. See, people need to hear this story.
Right.
People need to hear what you got going on. Because this gonna actually resonate something inside one of these youngsters.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Who actually out here doing what you used to do.
Right.
Somebody telling him it's all right, but then you say, nah.
Right.
It's a bigger bank.
It's a bigger bank, man.
But you see, these folk run out.
Right.
Yeah.
He don't never run out. Man, to my young brothers, man, I just be wanting to let them know, like, man, no matter where you at in life, you can come up out that thing, man. You know what I'm saying? The gangs, I'm an ex-gang member, you know what I'm saying? Really high, you know what I'm saying? Not just no foot soldier, little set king or whatever. I used to dibble and dabble in that too. So, you know, man, no matter where you at in that thing, you know, he can always get you up, you know, change it up, you know?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
do you love your job, man?
Oh, man. Man, I love my job, man. Hey, I pick my own schedule, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? All the steam to you, who? Man, I'm always with my brothers. We work together, man. You know, a band of brothers, you feel me? We always together. So it's like, it's really like not a job because I like doing this. You know, I like serving my people. So, you know, it's all esteem to Yahuwah for giving me a job, but not a job.
You see that's real powerful though, cause see, people have lost the art in incorporating the Most High into what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see it go from a perspective of when you didn't know the power of that
Right.
source to where you're so confident in it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even as you was confident in the world with
Right.
with your gadgets and gadgets.
Right. You know, it took a little time because, you know, I used to be like, hey, big, how we gonna make some money? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was worried about my little lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like, man, you know, I like a nice little spot, you know what I mean? A nice little whip, you feel me? Man, is he gonna be able to do that for me? You know what I mean? But as I began to actually apply that thing, man, he kept my life the same. I didn't lose a step. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, wow. It just took a little obedience, but it took a little, I had a couple fumbles in the truth. You know what I mean? A few setbacks. You know what I mean?
Okay. With a few setbacks, few fumbles, okay, it's gonna run me into this question right here.
Okay.
Right here. I know. Everybody want to know this.
Yeah.
Okay. What is one of the most interesting, you know what I'm saying, stories?
Oh, man.
You know, or miracles while being in this true, why, you know, where you absolutely said, I know this ain't nothing but the Father.
Okay, look. I'm finna get into this because this thing was wild, right? So here I am, you know, last year and the year before last, you know, 2018, 2019, you know, I'm gonna let y'all in. I was fighting a Fed case, you know what I'm saying, for $500,000 of codeine. So, you know, the folks was looking for me, you know what I mean? Trying to hunt me down. You know, I try to stay on my toes, not use my social security number and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Hiding out at my big aunt's house sometimes, you know what I mean? So the crazy thing was like, man, when the feds finally got me, right, they took me to the holding cell. And I was in there for 3 days and 3 nights, just like Jonah in that well. So I'm in there and they like, man, you feds. You ain't gonna get no bond. Feds don't get bonds. So I'm like, man, come on, man. But you don't even know who I work for, my boy. So, you know, I'm telling these folks like, man, look, I work for a higher power, man. I ain't even worried about that. So, you know, I ain't gonna run you all through that, but make a long story short, I end up getting a bond. Boom. A federal bond. I get out. So I'm back on the street. You know what I'm saying? Yahuwah got me back on the street for $1,500 on a $500,000 case.
Sheesh.
So when we go to the bond hearing, and the prosecutor was like, the judge was like, hey, his bond $15,000 cash. But the U.S. prosecutor was like, nah, we just take $1,500. So I said, oh man, he's got to be real.
It's got to be.
He's got to be real. So, you know, fast forward to going, you know, a few months later, you know, they begin to book me for my court cases, for my court. So I'm like, man, I need to get me like a $20,000 lawyer or something. Of course that couldn't happen. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna just have to lean on Yahuwah all the way. So fast forward again, I'm traveling from Atlanta to North Carolina for my Fed case. So, man, the first hearing, I go into the courtroom. Boom. I'm tight. Sweating and everything. Like, sheesh. This Fed case, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh yeah, you a big boy now. So, you know, first they offered me 15 years. So I'm like, dang, 15 years? Sheesh, I don't know if I could do that. So, man, I'm sitting there and the bailiff, the lady, she's supposed to read me my rights. Now, mind you, now she been doing this for 30 years. So she tell me to put my hand on the Bible, you know, and raise my other hand. And she begins to stumble over the words. She forgot how to read the rights. So the judge was like, hey, Carol, what's up with you? It ain't like you've been doing this for 30 years. So Carol was like, I just don't know what's going on, Judge. So the judge apologized to me. He like, my bad, Mr. Such and such. I'm like, oh, it's all good, Judge. So all this happening in the courtroom. So, you know, they bring up my time and the DA, he like, man, we gotta at least get, so we can't get 15, we gotta at least get at least 10 or 5. You know what I'm saying? And the judge like, man, told that boy to be quiet. Like, hey, hold on, man. Let the man speak. So when I seen that, I said, man, it's got to be something in here with me because I ain't never seen that. Now, mind you now, I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. You feel me? And you know what I'm talking about. No games. So I'm in there and I'm thinking like, man, what was that? So, you know, then the judge, he was like, man, he said, man, Mr. White, you know what? He said, man, I checked out your podcast. You know, I checked out the music that you're doing with your brother. And he said, man, the thing about it is that you changed without being in our custody. So, you know, I was like, man, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, this sounded pretty good. I know it's something working for me. So then he was like, he said, man, this is the hardest case I ever had to try. Because I see a man standing in front of me and they saying he did these things, but today it's not the same man. So, you know, he was like, man, I just don't think them years sufficient for you because you need to get back out there and continue on doing something. You doing what you're doing because you're doing something for your people. That's what he said. Jeez. Mind you now, the judge not the same you as me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Different you, but he had the same view. So I knew it was something in there working for me in order for this man to be like, hey, I see you, boy. You know what I mean? So he was like, man, you know what? He said, man, I'm going to give you 30 days in the feds. Now, that's unheard of. Man, 30 days, no snitching, no telling, man. Hey, I got my paperwork. If y'all want to check my paperwork out, man. 0 co-defendants.
Hey, we got a no cap session, so we gonna
no cap.
Yeah, we definitely can put that paperwork on. So no cap.
Yeah, no cap, man.
Okay.
No defendants. So I knew it was something working for me, man, because this was a big Fed case, and I had a public pretender. You know what I'm saying? Not a public defender. I had a public pretender. But you know, she had told me. She says, I tried to offer her money. Matter of fact, and she said, I don't need your money. She said, I want to do this because you a man of the Most High. And that really popped my top, man. That popped my top because I was like, man, this power is real.
Absolutely.
Man, 15 years, man, and $500,000, man. Hey, you walk out with 30 days and then they cut the 30 days while I was in the feds down to 3 weeks. Because I remember one day I'm in the feds, you know, while I'm in the feds, you know, I put about 3 or 4 of my brothers on the truth. So while I'm in there, you know, like one of the last weeks, they called and they was like, hey, man, the judge just cut your time down again. So I was like, whoa, I know it's real. So I did 3 weeks in the feds, man. Off of $500,000 of codeine, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So I know he real. You know what I mean?
So the recap is, because people can get lost in the story.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? We're really lost in it to where they want to hit the next point.
Right.
So I don't want nobody to think that you still involved with that. So what he's saying is the lifestyle before the truth, he actually got on the run. But he found the truth on the run.
On the run, that's right.
And while on the run, the Most High, while he was doing correct and found the law,
right,
he came in. He sent some defense for him.
That's right.
When he was in need.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So, sheesh.
Right.
So, for the brother, since we done highlighted, you know what I'm saying? Since we done highlighted something that may happen in the world if you do get into, codeine dealing or any type of dealing you want to, dealing with the feds, we hear you say unreal numbers for those who serve.
Right.
And we see people day to day who catch hundreds of years. Because I know if you were sitting in the courtroom and you probably heard,
oh man,
some sheesh.
Man, matter of fact, while I was in the courtroom, it was a brother fighting a case. And they gave this brother 80 years, man. Mm. And I'm in the courtroom with this same brother. Right.
See what I'm saying?
And he got caught with less. You know what I'm saying? The man got caught with probably about 2 bricks, man, and a couple pounds of weed. Way less than $500,000. Mm. So I seen that brother get 80 years, man.
Mm. See what I'm saying? So we see that, and now you get out. Now you beat that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Most High give you a second chance.
Right. Mind you now this case from 2014. Okay. So, I went out here playing in these scripts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I was trying to get them right there. So,
fast.
So now you've got in, you get your slap on the wrist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus the Most High reveals the maximum penalty to you, and then he show you what he can do.
Right.
That no man can judge you. Only he can.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So slap you on the wrist with 3 weeks. Okay.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks,
man.
So you back out. You back in the brew.
Back. Yeah.
Back in the brew. And now you're on the Brew Report.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? First edition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for a young man watching this and watching the transition,
right.
What are some encouraging words? So let's highlight the encouragement now. Okay. We see them where they could fail doing the things that they do. So we done beat them down long enough by telling them, hey, don't do this. I've been here before. You know what I'm saying? How you pick them up? How do they feel the void of forgetting about the money, right, and finding an alternative for that desire or that lust?
Right.
How do they do that? Give them some encouraging words.
Some encouraging words, man, about finding an alternative. What I can really tell you is, man, when you start to really give your life to the Most High, He gonna take care of you. Now, it might not be like it was, but it's gonna be sufficient for you as you go through your transition. You know what I'm saying? Because at first it's gonna feel like, you don't have nothing because you're used to having everything. So even if you drop down a level, you're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? You might not have that Rue Chris, but you still got that Ryan's money. You know what I mean? So it ain't like He gonna just take you out, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna lose a beat. You're not gonna lose a step. But it's just gonna be sufficient for your walk. Now, as you can see, you can see me here today. I'm still big boy. You feel me? I still eat good, man. Even though I don't eat meat. I still eat good. You know what I'm saying? And everybody around me do. So He gonna provide you with some change. You know what I'm saying? But instead of taking that change and throwing it away, you gonna have to invest that little change into something, man. But He gonna do it for you just like if He did it for me, because I was a pure scumbag. You feel me? Out here in these streets, man. And I could just say that because I'm a new man today. You feel me? So if you dig a little something up on me, yeah, it's true. But as you start to apply this, you know, he looks out for you a little more every day. Long as you keep going, he gonna keep going. You know what I mean? And when you really start working for him, okay, then it's gonna come.
So change for change.
Change for change, man.
Absolutely.
Don't worry about the check. It's about your soul, brother.
That's right.
You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Once you change that inside, hey, that thing gonna start to click for you, man. He gonna pick you right on up, man.
Man, we appreciate you coming by, my brother.
Hey, y'all already know, man. Still urban, still serving. You feel me? Ain't never gonna stop, man. I'm gonna do this forever, man.
That's right. Make sure y'all stay tuned with the Brew Report, man.
Man, stay tuned, man.
That's right.